quick new walk around here for you guys. It's been a couple years. Done a few more things. Front end has kind of been touched up here a bit. Had different lights than the other one. These are still the same lights. The headlights need to be changed yet. They don't quite fit in there the way they should. But I had my front bumper powder coated and a new front spoiler put on, and I kind of touched up my GMC logo here, painted it black and left the chrome outside ring. Other than that, the rest of the truck is still the same up front. I've redone my exhaust, as you can see in my other videos. I've put Flowmaster mufflers. It's on a 2.5 inch kit that I've welded together. Flanges after the mufflers so the tailplates can be dropped. And got an H pipe in there and cutouts, and you can see the drive shaft loop that I've made for drag racing standards. Gotta have that on there. Out back's still the same. You can see the way the exhaust is angled out there. I redid my gears. Put a 373 set in there, kept the old locker, which is what my cam wanted, was a 373 gear. I've made my own set of, my own version of Caltrack bar. I don't know if you can see it in there or not. Had pretty bad wheel hop before. This did help. I still have a little tiny bit, but it definitely helped quite a bit. In the back, we've got a 20 US gallon fuel cell. Which drastically helps for traction. I've got shaved door handles, and inside here, this all needs to be changed out, but works for now. I put in these buckets. They're out of a Chrysler New Yorker. Wanted something a little comfier than the bench seat. The color matched pretty close, so. And in here, I've made a center console. Kind of match the theme of the outside of the truck a bit. That should all be changed out, but just a temporary thing for now. And we've got a 12 inch Alpine sub. The whole stereo is Alpine. It's mounted reverse into the center console. Not crazy loud, but a little bit of bass to go along. Alpine deck. I think those are 6.5s in the doors, and then 3 inches in the dash. A billet specialty steering wheel and shifter. Nothing outrageous, but it all needs to be kind of touched up a bit. And just a nice little tack up there, of course. We've got a line lock set up here, and my rev limiter, stage 1 rev limiter there. I can turn that on and off with my line lock if I want, for burnouts or staging. Show you how that works here in a minute. Pop the hood. is a 383 stroker, small block Chevy, 30 over with a 400 crank. Be somewhere in the 4 1/4, 450 horse range. Same for torque, somewhere around there. It's aluminum heads, Patriot heads, 202 160s. It's a dual plane high-rise intake. Holley 750 carb, vacuum secondary. Just a manual choke. The thing's just bypass, so it's always open. Just a summer truck, so it doesn't need a choke. Got everything's MSD ignition here, just a HEI distributor. I took out the digital E-curve. That one crapped out on me. Chunk of corrosion fell into the distributor and shorted it out, so the circuit board for that thing to replace, I could just bought a whole new distributor and set the mechanical advance and vacuum advance myself. Sets pretty easy like that, so works really good. Actually works better than the digital E-curve with this MSD box. Best money ever spent. 6AL2 box. Unreal. Highly recommend getting one of those. It's got a 2-stage rev limiter, so you can set your first one for staging. I don't know if you can see that in there or not. Check it out on their website. Very good box. What else we got under here? Just a fuel pressure gauge on there. Chrome 100 amp alternator. We got March performance pulleys. Should have went serpentine. Don't know why I didn't. Kind of made a stupid mistake there, but it still works okay. And running about 34 degrees total advance on the distributor. Doesn't seem to like too much more than that. Heavy load it'll ping, so it's retarded down to 34 and runs nice at that. The mechanical advance kit in there, got a medium and a light spring. If anyone else out there is trying to fiddle around with theirs, that seemed to work pretty good. K&N air filter. We've got a flex fan up front. Works really, really well. And the rad is out of a diesel truck. Believe it or not, they bolt right in these trucks very, very easily. Use the same mounting brackets from the diesel truck. Just comes up a little higher. It's super easy to mount. Just had to get a custom rad hose. A little different size on each end, but not a problem. And a high volume water pump. And hooker headers on here. These things seem to work pretty good. When I ordered the motor, I didn't know it was going to come with angle plug heads. If you can see in there, they're angle plug heads, so getting headers for these are a real son of a bitch for these trucks. Pretty much got to get them custom made. There's one spark plug on the other side you can't even get out. Pretty much got to make a tool or take the headers off. Got a tool made to get them out, but these ones will work for now. They're 1 5/8 inch headers into a 2.5 inch collector. Of course, like I said, into 2.5 exhaust. And we got a Hurst line lock set up, plumbed in. I'm doing some nice smoky burnouts. And for staging. Truck looks a lot better with that front spoiler on there. Sure glad I finally put that thing on. Truck's dropped a little bit. Be like a 3 and 2 drop, I think. It's nothing crazy. Eventually, I think air and a C-notch with a little bit bigger wheels on there. But for now,